which is called Animation Comic Game Global Cooperation Panel. And first of all, let's give a round of applause to our guest speakers here today. Thank you so much for coming. And for the first guest, could you please introduce yourself?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Anthony S. Crumpler III, but on the internet, no matter where you can find me, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, I'm the host who does the most, Lit Like 96. I am a cosplay player, an up-and-coming voice actor, and as well as a bit of a gamer, and I do have a little bit of technical know-how in the game design field, and I'll be the game design panelist, as well as talking about various topics of social media and content creation.
Hi, I'm Maddie Scariot. I'm the director of the Poppy Jasper International Film Festival, which takes place every April in the cities of Morgan Hill, San Martin, Gilroy, Hollister, and San Juan Bautista, with one day where we focus on Asian films in San Jose. And I'm very excited to be here today. Animation is one of the genres we accept, and I'm excited to talk about it tonight.
Thank you. And our next guest, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hello.
你讲中文。
我叫唐瑜，我是来自中国，然后也是一个制片人。
So this lady's name is Yu Tang. She's from China and she's a producer.
Thank you. And next guest?
我是陈一书，来自中国，是项目投资。
Okay, she is also from China. Her name is Su, and she is an investor for films.
All right, thank you so much everyone for joining us. So it seems like we have a round of professionals from different fields. So let's start with our first question. Maddie, so I know Maddie very well. We worked together in the past 5 years already. And Maddie, as a film director, I know you're working very hard. So you constantly communicate with filmmakers throughout the world. And how do you manage the culture and language difference? Because there's definitely, language barrier between the communications.
Well, I think we're really lucky that we have subtitles and we can translate each other. But to be honest, I really feel like the language, the genres, the things that we talk about, the stories that we tell are so similar. We have films from Iran and China and from all over the world about the same issues of, struggling to, the coming of age stories, the stories about love and breakup, the stories about coming out as gay. All those stories translate no matter what language you're speaking, no matter what country you're from, and that's like the most amazing thing that I've seen as a director of how much alike we are. We do have cultural differences, but we all have the same issues and problems in life, and it's one of the most I think powerful messages is that we are so much alike.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, I'm the chair for China Day for Poppy Jasper. Whenever we receive the films, I feel as a filmmaker and actors, from my point of view, we just learn a story by watching and just, how can I say, the filmmakers communicate with audiences through their lenses, their stories. Sometimes we don't need to really understand each other. But once you send the lenses, the pictures, you know what they want to tell.
Yeah.
You just can understand.
Well, you made me think of something, because one time we were showing a film from Mexico, and for some reason we were playing the film without subtitles, and I went back to the projector and like, don't you have the one with subtitles? And he didn't, and I just let the film play. And it was funny because at the end I said, I'm so sorry I didn't have subtitles, and the audience says we didn't need them. We knew what was going on. We knew, and it was so I just felt like, yeah, like you're right. We see the story, and subtitles help, but I think we feel the same about so much that we can connect through imagery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I may,
Sure.
one thing is certain. I feel that I've known this situation beforehand, because it's almost no different from watching but as a lot of people tend to watch them either with the subtitles in the native language of either Spanish and or without subtitles. I also am a rapid anime fan and watcher, and you know, I get the occasional thing, which is better, sub or dub. And although yes, dub is a lot easier, especially if you're trying to multitask and wash dishes. I'll be real with you. You know, it's like you still want to be able to hear what's going on, even if you turn your head. What's your call? On some occasions, I have sat there and turned the subtitles off on various animes and shows and whatnot. And I've actually just sat there and was like, okay, I can kind of see the vision behind this with not just like with animation, but also so with any other situational shows and whatnot. Now they're from different countries and or nationalities, and it's like even though I may not understand what's going on directly, actions speak louder than words. And you know, you got to remember, in different countries and different nationalities, especially for like an international animation and movie festivals like this and many others, I think that's the one key thing is always getting the actions and the plot down properly. And then it's like those can actually convey a lot more than any sets of words on a screen out there. So I think so everything that you said was completely valid, and I just want to make sure the crowd kind of understands, because in some situations it's kind of like, okay, I get it, but I could use a little bit more in-depth explanation.
Yep, I agree. Action speaks louder than words. Thank you. So for the two ladies from China, 我们刚才在讲，就是说现在其实电影的语言可以用镜头来传递。我们其实即使你不懂得它的这个翻译也没有关系，但是镜头会告诉你发生了什么事情。Okay, I just told these ladies what we briefly were talking about, so hopefully they can catch up. So the next question. Let's get back to the investors from China. 想问一下两位女士，告诉我们你们现在的一些项目介绍。Tell us about your current film project, please.
我们主要是想做一部就是现在尝试的一个《山海经》，就是想尝试把中国的那个水墨山水与世界的那种动画相结合的一个项目。
So the project we're working on now is called 山海经, which is the combination of the art in the ink, like a paint, and versus
No, it's like the 山海经 has an English very name. This kind of like a Asian store, like a very Asian book, back like thousands of years ago, and has been translated for like almost every language in the worldwide. And the English name is called Classic. I think Classic Universe. Something like that. I mean, a classic, something like, just a classic story. It's about
story.
how the world, started. Like Bible says, God created the world, and then that book says how the world be, sky, be the earth. There is all kind of very fancy stories about what we having in the world. So that's called is a classic stories.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
然后呢，我们就是想做成系列的，然后就是说由远古时代，《山海经》是远古时代的故事，到现在到未来，大概就是想做5部这样的一个系列的动画电影。
Okay. So the plan we have is we want to make it in series in 5 different parts, and from the ancient time to the present and to the future. So they will cover the entire universe.
然后我们现在第一部呢，就是讲太阳篇。
The first part will be the first episode will be about sun.
因为最近前几年就是爆发了，就是太阳那个黑子的，就是太阳出现黑子以后呢，所以说我们就想将中国的女娲就是补天，就是相当于是出了一个洞嘛，然后从古希腊、欧洲，包括就是中国的一些神话故事，然后一起来把那个太阳盒子来战胜，就是第一部差不多是这样的一个故事。
The first episode is about 女娲补天, which is a very traditional story in China. There's a lady's name is 女娲. She's the one how work on the help save the universe and to
No, back to
fix
because back
the
to
black hole.
like the Chinese the story said there was kind of like a Bible's flood. So the sky has a big hole. The water keep drawing. There is a lady, her name is Yuwa. She used stone. She make her own stone, and from a river, and she fly over to fix the hole. So then we don't have the flood. That was one of the story, and they try to use that story. Use how he used a stone one to fix the hole.